Today, I want to talk about one of my favorite shows in the last 15 years, Gravity Falls. If you aren't aware of this animated Disney series, it's about brother and sister Dipper and Mabel Pines who go stay with their Grunkle Stan in Gravity Falls, Oregon. The show follows their adventures and the mysteries they uncover. It also includes a character called Bill Cipher. Bill, or rather, the Book of Bill, is the subject of today's video. The creator of Gravity Falls and author of this book, Alex Hirsch, lent his unique creativity and style to both The Book of Bill and Journal 3, a relic ripped straight out of the show. What I enjoyed most about Gravity Falls, the episodic nature of the mysteries, the arc of Bill Cipher, the weird magical energy that could be found all over town, is featured in Journal 3 and now in The Book of Bill. I remember watching Gravity Falls for the first time a decade after its 2012 release with my then girlfriend and thinking, this might just be the best children's show that I've ever seen. But then it dawned on me. This show might be made for kids in mind, but Bill Cipher is a complicated, mysterious, and evil villain. He's described, written, and portrayed as a demon, or more specifically, a dream demon. Which isn't hyperbole. He possesses different characters in the show to fulfill his evil deeds and make them stray from their intended path. Let's talk about the book. The hardcover exclusive Barnes & Noble edition, say that 5 times fast, includes a gold foil dust cover and 16 extra pages. I'm glad I bought this version for the added content, even if it's not much more. The embossed dust cover and quality of the printed material is well worth the $30 I prepaid for earlier in the year. Maybe one day I'll buy the standard edition of the book, and that day should probably be sooner rather than later, as scalpers have already posted their signed copies on eBay for exorbitant prices, which is a shame because I'd have really enjoyed a signed copy. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to now go over a few pages of the book I found to be extra special or funny, as well as the general make and structure of the print. If you'd like a full breakdown of the book, including a review of Journal 3, along with a guide on how you can use these books to make your very own Gravity Falls-inspired one-shot tabletop session, please visit patreon.com/mindglue. A link will be in the description. My first impressions of the book were that it felt like the quality of Journal 3. It feels like each page is carefully curated to match stylistically with the show, but mostly also with Journal 3. It feels like this is a natural sequel to that book. So, when you open it up, you get this wonderful synopsis from Bill. I'll go ahead and read that now. Did you miss him? Admit it, you missed him. The demon that terrorized Gravity Falls is back from the great beyond to finally tell his side of the story in the Book of Bill, written by none other than Bill Cipher himself. Inside, Bill sheds light on his bizarre origins, his sinister effects on human history, the Pines family's most embarrassing secrets, and the key to overthrowing the world laid out in a handy step-by-step guide. This chaotic and beautifully illustrated tome contains baffling riddles, uncrackable ciphers, lost Journal 3 pages, ways to cheat death, the meaning of life, and a whole chapter on silly straws. But most importantly, the Book of Bill is deeply, deeply cursed. Alex Hirsch, #1 New York Times bestselling author, resuscitates this infamous villain and invites fans to a Bill's eye view of the Gravity Falls universe. There are many who believe this book is too dangerous for human hands, but if you can't resist, beware. Once you make a deal with Bill, it's not so easily undone. As you turn the page, you are met with a Weird Mageddon reference here in We'll Meet Again. Turn the pages some more. You see that the introduction is written by Stanford Pines. I like that. And this here, the book's new master, you write your name, and to summon Bill, you're going to put your hand on the right page over this bloody handprint with a drawn-out part where it's definitely Bill Cipher's triangle with an eye in the middle. Very nice. And you clear your mind. You repeat the words, time to get weird. We'll do that really quick. Time to get weird. Time to get weird. Time to get weird. Bill comes out through the page. I like that. And then you get a little introduction by Bill, but we want to keep skipping along here because I'm definitely not going to have enough time to go through every page, but I do want to show a few of the things that I found. There is a table of contents. Now, this is pretty much useless. It shows you when things happen after the other, one after the other, but there's no pages, or at least there's no page numbers. So while you're taking a look at this, you might think like, okay, death is after deja vu. But where do I find that? So, keeping that in mind. Let's see here. I have a few pages that I bookmarked here that we're going to go over. This is one of my favorite ones that I saw. It's Bill's Guide to Everything, and the artwork that they show is a cuckoo clock, which I think it loosely represents the Mystery Shack. It's definitely the shape of the Mystery Shack, but then all of the little Bills dressed in lederhosen. Also starting fires everywhere, I assume that's what he's doing, while clinking glasses together and enjoying his time. And then I'm going to move right along here. This is another little funny Easter egg that I like, a little joke. You go to the How to Cheat Death page. At the bottom you see, is heaven real? After you read through, there's a warning at the bottom that says, if you have ever had a perverted thought, the ink will be invisible. Turn over, and of course, the page is blank. How to get into heaven. Totally blank. All right. We'll keep skipping through here. Let's see. Here's another one I bookmarked. I really liked this artwork here of Gravity Falls, 30 million BC, where the UFO is going through and creates the crater. It almost looks like it is. So it's going through this part here. I suppose that you could say that it's going through this like mountain ridge and goes through to the other side, or maybe it's coming through from that side, I should say. And you can see outside of this ridge face. And so if you look beyond the artwork, it's kind of like that mountain range in the background. So you're seeing maybe the valley before that mountain range. I really like that. And there's this Shamu looking, there's this whale bear, a whale bear? What does it say? A land orca. Excuse me, a land orca. This is another one that I found that I really liked. Have you dreamed this fellow? Basically looks like an old newspaper clipping. But what I liked about this page specifically is if you look over here, there are a couple articles. It says, a weapon for the modern gentleman. And it's a gun. And then the article right next to it, suppose these are advertisements, is the head of a clown. It says clown repellent. And the gun is aiming straight at the head of the clown. That just made me laugh when I opened the page. Like, that's actually really nice. So I'm not going to be able to go through this whole book, but you get the idea. Each of these pages is carefully curated to feel like the show, to feel like Gravity Falls, to also feel like Journal 3. I would recommend getting it if you're a fan of the show. It feels high quality. I'm not sure what 16 pages specifically are included here that are not included in the standard edition, but I would say that even the standard edition, I would imagine, is going to feel good enough. So, what more can I really say about this release? It's funny, it's different, it has character, and that character is Bill Cipher, Dream Demon. You can pick up this edition at Barnes & Noble and the standard hardback almost anywhere else. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Alex Hirsch for creating such an amazing world that continues to deliver years after the conclusion of the main storyline. I hope to see much more of Gravity Falls in the future, and if you do too, please comment on this video with your favorite moments from the show or books. Subscribe if you haven't already. Maybe I'll review Journal 3 and share my thoughts on the show and related media.